Well, hello everyone. Happy days, happy holidays are coming up soon. I'm super excited to be here. My name is Dominique Barbie, and I will be a co-host on this call tonight. But we have a super important guest that we have on the line. His name is Professor Robert, and I'll be talking about him very soon. But the reason for this call is very important. It's almost like a state of the alarm type of call. If you're on this call, you're going to be knowing about some information that usually only the top tier of the top tier in the world know about. And the way that I actually got upon this information was by a divine alignment. It's really no coincidences or anything like that, I believe. But what happened to me was I was talking to a huge leader who I had helped get to $50,000 per month in a company. And he put me on a three-way with another person who was a super leader. He had about 80,000 people on his team in one of the companies who he was in, and it was a gold company, right? And I was doing a three-way with them, and I was on the way to do all types of different things. I'm telling you, I was driving, I was so busy doing all types of things. And so they're on the call as I'm trying to close him into something. They on the call they mentioned a little slightly, but I hear when I hear like money, I listen, right? So he said this. He said, "We have a call about this gold coin coming up, Robert. So we need to make sure we hop on this call after we get off this call." I said, wait a minute. Did you just say a gold coin call? What is that? And they're like, we have this call. And Robert's like, well, you need to get on this call. It's a private call. And I'm on the way to do all this stuff. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to get on this call because gold is now $4,000 a coin if you have been following gold. So I knew I needed to get on this call. And so I got on the call at the tail end, and Professor Robert, who I'm going to introduce to you, is on the call, and he's talking to privately 6 or 7. It was about 7 people on that call, but every single person, when I clicked the participants, when I looked at those names, I was like, oh my gosh, how did I end up on this call? Because each of these people have made millions and millions of dollars in the industry, and I'm like, what is going on? How did I even get here? So, long story short, the coin that you're about to learn about, when I was on that call and he was telling us about the call, he said the call was about 20 cents or something. When he found out within that week, it had jumped to about 35 cents. So I'm like, oh my gosh. And when I tell you I got some coins, once you know why, when Professor Robert talks about it, what happened was the coin went to literally 40 cents right when I got the coin. So I literally missed about an extra 10, 15 cents. If you know anything about cryptocurrency, then you will know that the coin grows by the demand of the people. So when you have a huge amount of people getting a coin, the coin goes up, right? So now what's important that this coin is under $10. So when it's about under $10, $50, you're in the super money. So Professor Robert, I had a chance to meet him, and he told me that he owned 30% of a gold mine, which in this gold mine, the people who owned the gold mine from the 1930s and stuff like that, remember the gold rush when they were looking for all this gold? Well, a lot of the people who inherited the gold died off. So I don't know too much about that part, but I know he has a share of 30%, which is over 3 or 4 or 5 billion dollars of that gold. So he's going to go over the coin, what we're about to talk about today, and he's going to go over why you need to know about this information. And the important thing that you want to know on this call is you are in early. If you decide to be a part of this, you will be one of those people who have the potential. And disclaimer, past profit do not equal future results. All right, I always do a disclaimer. But you honestly, truly have the chance to kind of have that moment where you know about Bitcoin at $300 or $400. And if you don't know, Bitcoin has reached over $90,000. This is like one of those moments. So pay attention. I'm going to introduce Professor Robert. Are you on the line?
Yes,
Professor?
dear, I'm here. And wow, we got 62 people tonight. Fantastic. We want to welcome everybody to the call. We're so excited. We've been working on this project for 3 years. The global exchange, the gold exchange, took 3 years to develop. It can hold millions of accounts, and the software is incredible. You can see your group and your chart, your downline. It's easy to sign up. People can sign up in 90 seconds, and then you just copy your coin address and send it in. Right now, for the next 6 weeks, I'm personally, me, the CEO, I'm personally in charge of making sure you get your coins on time. In and January 1st, I'll turn that over to staff. But right now, I'm personally handling it. I'm on top of things. I'm a touch everything kind of a guy. So I want to make sure you're all taken care of. Right now, everybody that signs up for free, they get gift coins. They get $100 of gift coins, and that's going to last until January 1st, and then we're going to drop it to 50 coins at $1.25 or $1.50 instead of 100 coins. So January 1st, we're only going to be giving away $50 or $75 worth of coins. Now, Dominic is going to go through all the numbers, and she does it better than anybody I've ever heard. And I've been to thousands of training. If you get $1,000 worth of this coin, or 5,000 or 10,000, we have people coming in and buying $50,000 worth of coins. They're going to be multi millionaires. When you look at a company like Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway, people that came in and bought his stock at $30, $50, $100, right now his stock is worth over $700,000 per share. Now, I'm not saying we're going to do that. I'm just saying that there's opportunity to make money if you pay attention. So right now on my wallet, and Dominic, while you're talking, I'm happy to show everybody my wallet that has $1,200,000,000 on it right now. 1 billion. So I'm a fact kind of person. I believe in facts. We were in New York. I'm now in St. Louis with one of Dominic's leaders here, who does remodeling and has a big construction company. But while we were in New York last week, we worked a whole week with a person we call Mr. Vincent, who did 300 mergers in on Wall Street, over $3 billion worth of volume, and he had us on the phone talking to 20, 30 people a day. One of the people that he introduced us to is a multi billionaire. He controls $80 billion of Bitcoin with him and his firm. And I just talked to him today. He's going to allow us to bring 20 to 50 people per month to New York, and he's going to train us for 4 hours per day on how billionaires do business, how billionaires do crypto, how billionaires do stocks. Who would like to come to that training? You got to do $100,000 in sales sometime over the next 3 months to qualify to come. But he is going to become our partner with the gold coin. He has 5 million people, 5 million people, not 20, not 50, not 100, 5 million crypto buyers. And he said, with my crypto team, I can push the gold coin to $100. And he said, I've got 10 billionaires that buy crypto. They could also push it to $100. So, Dominic, I'm going to give it back to you, and I would like you to explain to people how with $10,000 now, Visa, MasterCard, Discover Card, American Express, they could become a millionaire in a year. Back to you, Dominic.
Thank you so much for that. And one of the reasons why I was so excited about this is because of the team that is being formed. You may or may not have heard of some of these people, but I was able to build a team of over 100,000 people. And when I tell you, I've been meeting with people who built teams of 200, 300, 400, 500, 600,000 people and have huge networks that are literally just waiting for the go of Professor Robert to bring the masses in. So what that means in layman terms, okay, if you are not familiar with cryptocurrency, when there are a group of people who are buying the coin goes up, 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 up. So on this call right now, you are hearing at the beginning of this matter. So I'm going to go over a few examples of what your coins can possibly look like if you were to invest different amounts, because I'm a numbers person. I always like to see those type of things. So I'm just going to start from the smallest amount to the deals that they have, okay, and the promotions that are going on right now. So if you just had $250, right? But you are willing to, come into this and you can actually share your link with people and grow your coins more. What will happen is you will get about 312 about 300 so coins. Right now, actually 250. So I'm going to go over when it was 80 cents. Sorry, literally yesterday it was 80 cents when I wrote these numbers. I didn't even get a chance to change it because within 24 hours it went to $1, and that's going to be happening over and over and over again. So I'm just going to go over these examples. Just know that these are close, okay? So if you put in $250, you'll have about 250 coins, right? When it goes to about $3, you will have about $900 worth of coins, okay, in your wallet to grow. Now, once it goes to $10 a coin, you will have about $2,500 in your account from a $250 investment. And by the time it's called, I don't know when you're watching this, but if that coin goes up, then you probably miss a lot of this money that you have made. Now, $50 is going to go to about 15,000. $100 a coin, you have just turned $250 into $31,000. I don't know anywhere that you can do that besides being at the right time, being as blessed and as wonderful and as deserving and worthy of money that you are right now. Okay, so now I'm going to do an example with 1,000. I'm doing $500. So $500, $3 value, about $1,800 at 80 cents. It's $1 now, so you can do the math. $10, about $6,000. $50, when it goes to $50, that's about $31,000 from $500. These numbers are crazy to me. $100, $62,500. Now let's go to 1,000. Now I tell people the magic number is really getting at least $10,000 worth, because that's about what I put in. But if you got $1,000, what happens is you can be involved in the huge Christmas promotion that is happening. So Professor Robert has been so kind to allow anyone who comes in with $1,000, instead of getting $1,000 worth of coins, it will be as if you bought the coin at 50 cents. You have jumped a level. So you're going to be getting $2,000 worth of coins, right? Now, when it goes to about 3,000, that's about $6,000. And he said on December 20th, you can cash out $1,000 for Christmas money. That is a huge blessing. And then you can have the other 1,000 growing in your account, growing, growing, growing. And you want to think about holding your coins for about 1 to 2 years and literally being able to retire off of that. A lot of people will be able to do that. And I think there were also about 15 millionaires created since the creation of this coin when it was 10 cents already. So one thing I love about Professor Robert, he's going to be helping over 1,000 people become crypto millionaires, and that could be you. This is one of those calls. So now when it goes to $10 in value and you put in that $1,000, that's now over $20,000 in value. When it goes to $50,000, that's over $100,000 in value, and $100, that's over $200,000 in value. Literally yesterday I was saying these numbers. Now I have to change it. I'll make sure I get the exact numbers, but these are close. Now, if you were to put in 5,000, here's the kicker. You get 3 times the amount of coins. So that means that is the equivalent of you getting in at about 30 cents. When I was frantically telling my family members, like, get this coin, get this coin. I'm telling my close family members and friends to get the coin, trying to shake them. Literally, people on this call, I've told some of these people at 40 cents a coin. Now it's $1 right before our eyes. So $5,000, that's $15,000 worth of coins. You get $3 in value. That's about $45,000. $10 in value. Once $15,000 goes to 10, that's over $150,000 from a $5,000 investment. And I know, unfortunately, a lot of people have been getting scammed by these companies promising this and this and that. But this is an opportunity which is not like one of those companies. It's an actual coin. So $100 value will be over, you'll be a millionaire just from a $5,000 decision. Now let's get to this is actually a popular amount that people come in with is $10,000, because you get 4 times the coins. You get 50,000, I'm sorry, 40,000 in coins. right? And then $3 in value, you will have about $120. Now, $3, think about this. They are estimating this coin to go to about $3 to $4 in March. Okay, so that $10,000 is now will be able to have you will have $120,000. $10 that is $400,000, right? $50 that is over $2 million, and $100 that is over $4 million. Okay, so that's very powerful. I also want to introduce someone who is very amazing. I've been flabbergasted with the amount of people that I've been able to meet just by being a part of this. So I'm super grateful because they always say when you connect with the people who know what they're doing, they know where the money is moving, you go there. So I want to bring on Keith Yarborough, who I've been just blessed to meet. He has built so many big teams and all these things. He's a beast. That's what I call them. So I'm gonna give it to you, Keith, and you can go over how you're going to. I know you're going to the gold mines to see the real gold mines coming up, and anything else you would like to say to the people.
Thank you, Dominic. Can you hear me okay?
I sure can.
I'm on the road. I'm in my truck. I appreciate you and Robert and everything. Your excitement just beams through the phone, and that's why your group is going faster. Everybody, a lot of people on here got the text, but those of you that don't know, Dominic hasn't given herself enough credit. Her team this weekend grew by over 800 new wallet holders, and it's just amazing. Good news travels fast. It's very non-confrontational. This is something you can show to everybody at Thanksgiving on Thursday, all your family members, all your loved ones, all your closest friends. You need to let them know exactly what's going on. And it's very, when I say non-confrontational, a lot of times in networking over the last 20, 30 years, we had to teach people to feel comfortable putting their credibility on the line. And here, regardless of your belief level, you don't have to ask for a long-term commitment. You don't have to ask somebody for their credit card. All you got to do is ask them for their email address, get them signed up, and then a lot of people actually upgrade themselves. They're not going to be happy with 100 coins. When they see what's going on, they're going to want some additional coins. They can get in wherever they're comfortable. We were doing a three-way today with Dominic, and I just told the guy, I said, don't leave Santa Claus's sack empty this year. Do whatever you're comfortable with, but put in as much as you can because you've got a chance here to stabilize your family's future forever. You heard Dominic talking about the gold mine. I know that Mr. Worthy in the chat just asked where the gold mine is. It's about 60 miles south of Las Vegas. It's 110 acres. Professor Robert can tell you more about it, but we're having we're going to have just a small gathering of the Eagles in Las Vegas this weekend after Thanksgiving, and it's kind of blown out of proportion now. There's leaders coming in from all over. I think Mike and Mark and Professor Robert and a couple others are going to be there on Wednesday and work through the holiday on Wednesday and Thursday. Myself and James and some Tommy and some other guys are going to be going out there over the weekend. We're going to have meetings and trainings on Saturday. We're going to get to take a tour of the gold mine on Sunday that's backing our crypto and our stock. And next week, Robert will be going to LA. I'll be going to Atlanta. But just get ready because Crypto Gold Exchange and our GGC coin is coming to a Metroplex close to you. Might be LA, might be Chicago, might be Kansas City. We'll be going back to New York. Atlanta is exploding. We've already got a presence in Miami. Houston and Dallas is both taking off. So I'm just telling you, get ready. This coin, when we originally started looking at it 90 days ago, we were going to go slow, one brick at a time, be very strategic about what was going on. And honestly, we hoped that we could get enough interest to the coin to be at 20 or 30 cents sometime in January. Things are happening a whole lot faster than we ever imagined them to be. It's going very rapidly, and based on the big demand, the coin's going to go up. It's going to, when we got when Professor Robert got the commitment from the billionaire that he's talking about in New York last week, all of a sudden it just, when I say good news travels fast, had I not been there to witness it myself, I would have thought the story's fabricated. The fact that this guy's going to take us on as a client, he's going to let us pay pay a retainer, and his firm is going to oversee everything that we do. It doesn't matter whether it's a lawsuit. It doesn't matter whether it's the SEC, whether it's the IRS. He's got professionals in there, 80 something offices of somebody that's going to be their expertise in whatever issue or whatever needs to be taken care of. You know, if it's a gold mine, he's going to help us get a loan on the equity that Robert controls there. If it's the coin, he's got 5 million crypto buyers and multi-billionaires that'll help us drive the price. It doesn't matter if it's getting us on the big board. He told us that once he's retained, that he will give us in writing that within 1 year our coin will be on Binance, also Coinbase, and also the you know all of the other ones. You know, it's just crazy what we saw and what we heard. But when he came to the table and he gave Professor Robert the commitment that he did, all of a sudden the stock and the future of where we're headed, it's just crazy, 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 crazy. But ask yourself this: who do you know that lives in Dallas? Who do you know that lives in Houston? What about LA or Las Vegas or Phoenix or Kansas City? Or Robert's in St. Louis right now. I'm in Dallas. We just left New York. We're going to Las Vegas next. He'll be going to LA. I'll be going to Atlanta. We've got we're going to be in Miami. We both love the beach. Houston, Texas is exploding thanks to a lot of people that's on this phone. Chicago's on the map. We're going to be coming to Chicago, hopefully before the snow comes. But just get ready because we're just getting started. I mean, if this was a football game, they haven't even buckled on the chin strap yet. It's not even close to where we're going or what's going on. And the last thing I want to tell you is that the influencers and the professionals that are on this Zoom and have joined and committed the team over the last 4 or 5 days are multi 7-figure a year earners. Listen to me, not 7-figure career earners, 7 figures annually earners. And there's professionals that have 500,000 people in Europe. Another guy that's got 2 million crypto buyers in his database. We're going to have professional people do these Zooms. They'll be done with a deck that has professionally generated slides where it can be a visual rather than all being audio. And it's just going to keep getting better and better and better. And I can tell you, last week, we started a little 15-minute Zoom on Monday. I think we had about 10 people. Tuesday, we had 17 or 18. Wednesday, we had 40-something people. And it just keeps going bigger and bigger and better and better. Good news travels fast. I'm looking right now. We have 88 participants on here. This Zoom will have thousands of people on it by Christmas. How many of them's going to be on your team? Back to you, Dominic.
Yes, I love it. So you see the caliber of the people that we are working with. This is almost like a wake-up call for a lot of people. And I do want to say something really quickly. One of the reasons why I'm so excited about this coin is number one, is backed by gold, which is next level. No cryptocurrency in the entire market is backed by gold. That means this is basically a whole new ball game. The other reason why I'm so excited is because my husband, his sister, knew about Ethereum at less than $1. And we were in the living room, I'm sorry, in our office, and he was talking about this Ethereum coin. This was over 8 years ago. And I'm like, we need to get some of this coin. We told our family members to get it. Literally, my husband told his parents to put their retirement fund in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a bunch of other coins because he's even more crypto savvy than me. They put a little bit in, but if they would have put, of course, nobody's gonna put their whole retirement fund, but if they would have listened to what we were trying to tell them, they would be sitting on $10 million. Okay? The other reason why I'm excited about this is because all of these big bosses, they're right now, you can't see it, but underground, I've been in several meetings, they're coming in and about to bring in their teams. So if you're on here, you're gonna be able to get the point before them. The other reason I'm excited about this, which is the craziest part, is about 5 years ago, there was a coin that was coming onto the market. They kept saying that they were saying it was going to go to the market and all these things. I was able to get a deal with one of the people who was sitting on so many of these coins, right? They were sitting on so many of these coins. And when I heard her talk about this coin, she was a top politician in Hawaii, one of the top people out there. I can't even say her name. They call her the Bitcoin queen at this point. And I got on that call. She gave me a deal. So remember, if you get $1,000 in coins, you get double the coins. If you get 5,000, you get 3 times. If you get 10,000, you're going to get 4 to 1. Mind you, this woman, she gave me a deal where I could get more than the normal amount of coins. In fact, on one time she gave me, honestly, I'm be honest, she gave me 7 times the coin. Okay, I put in about $7,000. Okay, I was able to make over $250,000 on that coin. And guess what? I don't know if I can say this, but I'm going to say it because I'm an honest person and this is a real Zoom. That coin never went to the dang on exchange. And I made $250,000 on their peer-to-peer part. And I said to myself, I swear, if any coin ever come out and I get to know about the beginning like this, and they put up a peer-to-peer and they on this exchange, I'm in. I don't care what's going on. So this coin is actually has its own exchange. It's actually backed by gold. That coin was backed by absolutely nothing. It was people were just buying the coin, and this is a chance for people to make a lot of money. One last thing, I'm going to ask Professor Robert. What is your vision for this so the people can know? So let me say 2 others backed by
I
real gold.
spent 17 years in Europe, and I built a $1 billion company in 3 years. I had 3,000 managers, sales leaders, 300 corporate managers, 15 lawyers, and 30 accountants. So I have almost a photographic memory, but I'm really good at ideas, vision, and developing teams. I built training teams in 300 cities. I had 10 newspapers. I had my own airline called VIP Airlines. Had hotels, motels, all that in 10 countries. So our goal is to grow global gold coin globally. And I just placed advertising with Russian bloggers. Russia is a lot of good and a lot of bad. I have a lot of friends in Russia because I trained there for years. But Russia has 25 million crypto buyers. England has 10 million. Germany has 2 million. Spain, 2 million. France, 2 million. So if you want to go after a big Russian group of buyers, I have advertising sitting ready to go this week in the bloggers in Russia to 7 million crypto buyers. We also have an Asian group in several Asian countries, in Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, and the Philippines. So I'm going to be turning over a lot of my responsibility in the U.S. to Keith Yarborough as our VP of Sales and Marketing, and also Joe Reed's going to be at the top with us, and a few other people, why I go develop Asia and Russia. So look at it from this point of view. The coins that you're getting today, 2 for 1, 3 for 1, 4 for 1, you're going to be selling to the Russian crypto buyers for 10 to 1. And we have 27 million of them. All right, so I see we have plenty of people on the call tonight. So I'm going to do some promotions. The very first person now, who Zells Dominic $1,000 for coins is going to get 5 to 1 tonight. 5 to 1, not 2 to 1, 5 to 1. Who's going to do it? Dominic, you need to give out your Zelle in the chat. Number 2, everybody tonight, now, who Zells $200 to Dominic for coins is also going to get 3 to 1 only tonight. 3 to 1, $200. Send Dominic a Zelle for $200 and you're going to get $600 in coins. If there are any big fish on this call tonight, I have 1 million coins available. 1 million, 1 million, 1 million, 1 million coins tonight. The first of the year, they'll be worth 1.5 million. Today they're worth $1 million. You can be a millionaire tonight. A millionaire tonight. One person, 25 grand. You can use some cash, some credit cards, 25 grand tonight only gets you $1 million in coins, and the coins are going to go to $3 March 1st. I've been in sales all my life. I like sales promotions. I win all the sales contests. I've been all over the world, 53 countries, had yachts, airplanes, newspapers, resorts, timeshare, had it all, made a lot of money. So I like people that do things now. So Dominic, you have your Zelle number on the chat
Yes.
so
What did
people
you say
can see it.
for? What did you say for $1,000?
5-1 tonight.
Oh,
Anybody that sends $1,000 now gets 5-1. If you do $200, you get 3-1 tonight. And if somebody wants to be a millionaire tonight, price is $25K. You can do Visa, MasterCard, Discover, a little cash. Everybody knows how to get 25K put together. And I'll even let you do some payments for a week or so you can put it together. So
Michael,
now, who wants to do it?
Michael did the 1,000. Zelle. Michael, you got to use the first one. So you get the 5-1. I'm just noting that down.
All right. The second, third, and fourth, and fifth people that do $1,000 Zelle tonight, now, get 4-1. 4-1 tonight. That gives you $4,000 worth of coins going to $3 March 1st. I'm looking for my $25,000 person. Where are you? You're going to be a millionaire tonight.
Selena, she won't 5-1. Okay, what about someone for 5,000 or 10? Professor, right on here.
If it's done tonight or tomorrow, some tonight, some tomorrow, $5,000. 3 people tonight can have 10-1.
Oh,
5,000
shoot.
now, 10-1, 10-1, 10-1, 10-1.
Okay, 10,000. Somebody said, what about 10,000?
Let me think. 12-1. I'll do 12-1 for 10 grand. And believe me, when you see the coin hit $1.50 on December 10th and $3 in March 1st, you're going to be blown away. And also, Dominic, let me send you my my wallet so you can show people what a billionaire looks like.
Right now. So if you need to do anything else, just text me. I don't know if he gonna ever do this again, y'all. Look, that's insane. Like literally insane. So 1,041, Michael, congratulations. You got the 5-1. Selena, Professor Robert, I think he will give you that 5-1. Let's see. If you do 5,000, you get what's it? 10-1. Oh, I need to message some people. 5,000, you get 10-1. That's $50,000 in coin. Is crazy. Y'all better catch him. I don't know if he look 10,000. You get 12-1, y'all. Crazy. This is like because you're on this call. $200. He will give you 3-1. What is it, Professor Rob, for $200?
No.
Dominic, can you hear me? This is Keith.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to make a suggestion here to so we don't have an accounting nightmare. You can limit the 10s and the 5s because of the such dramatic 10 times or 12 times. But let's do this on the $1,000. I don't think it's fair just to limit it to 4. Let's do this. Congratulations to the guy that got 5-1. But let's do this. Anybody that Zells you or me between now and midnight, that'll give them 4 hours. Anybody that does $1,000, we're going to honor the 4-1 tonight. But because you're going to have a problem figuring out who is number 4 and who is number 5 and who is number 3. Anybody that does it, I don't care if it's somebody that's not even on this phone, and somebody downloads the wallet and they send in $1,000 tonight. It's a 4-hour promotion on the $1,000. from now until midnight Central, I'll twist Robert's arm and make him acknowledge and honor anybody that puts up the $1,000 and buys the corn package, which is
No way,
normally
no way, no
which
way.
it's normally it's normally 2 to 1, but we're going to double it for tonight, 4 hours, and honor 4 to 1 between now and midnight Central. Let's see what happens. And congratulations to you that are willing to make an impulse decision like that and get involved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Keith, can you take a couple minutes and explain to people, you've made $2 million a year, 2.7 million. You've built 5 big groups. You've had 600,000 people. Would you explain to people why action people make money and people that are skeptical and negative and they overthink don't make any money? Can you explain that mindset?
Well, I mean, it's all about timing. Years ago we taught that it was about credibility and about your vocabulary and how well you spoke in front of the room, or what a good trainer you were, or how many people you had in your last company, or how much money you'd made. And I'm not telling you those things aren't still important. The most important thing now is timing. Getting in at I mean, and I'm speaking to you from experience, because I'm the guy that had 85 Bitcoin that sold at $1,600. And I tell everybody, with the GGC coin, put in whatever you're comfortable with and put it in, and you can still tell your friends and promote and talk to your closest friends and loved ones and stuff and plug into what's going on, but forget about it for a year. If you forget about it for a year, you've got an opportunity here to sustain your household and your family, college education, credit card debt, mortgages, vehicle payments, whatever it is. You got a chance to erase all of that and take your entire family to the promised land. A good friend of mine, Les Brown, always said, if today was your day, what type of legacy are you going to leave behind? You got a chance here to leave behind a legacy. I challenge everybody not to overextend yourself. We don't want Santa Claus to have an empty sack, but whatever you're comfortable with, get involved here and position yourself where you can take care of all those things for your family. I've been doing this full time since 1996. Robert has seen me be at the top, #1 money earner for companies. He's seen me make $250,000 a month. And in the last 29 years or 30 years, I've never seen the response that we're getting here. I've never seen the quality of leadership that have come together under one umbrella. And you know what? With what happened this last weekend, where we tripled the size of the company in 72 hours, most of our main big time leaders haven't even pulled the trigger and got started yet. Some of them are putting their recording, their peaking interest videos together, or their recordings, or their webinar slides and all that. A couple of them are preparing for what's going to take place right after Thanksgiving, and they haven't even got started yet. And with what this group that's on this call tonight has done over the last 72 hours, it's unheard of. And when you look at this group of leaders combined with the interest of gold and crypto, all of that parlayed with the billionaire in New York and what's going to happen over the next 90 days, it's absolutely insane. I've never, ever experienced this type of momentum and this type of leadership in 30 years of what's happening. Are we perfect? No, we're not perfect. We're still a work in progress. But you wonder why the people that get in next year are never going to be able to make the money that the people that got in now make. It's because of timing. We're going to be a great opportunity next year at Thanksgiving, but it's never going to be as good as it is right now. Listen to me real closely. A couple of weeks of hard work right now could equal 2 years worth of hard work down the road. That's why I was in New York last week. That's why I'm going to be in Las Vegas this weekend. That's why I'm going to be in Atlanta next week. That's why we're coming to Houston, Texas to blow it up down there. People, anything worth having takes a certain amount of sacrifices. And remember that successful people are successful because they're willing to do what unsuccessful people won't do. God bless everybody. Have a great Thanksgiving weekend. And I'm going to turn it back to Dominic to close out the call.
Awesome. I love it. I'm super excited about it. Everything I'm over here nodding my head because I'm like, I already know what he's talking about. And I love how he said a couple of weeks of hard work will set him ahead for 2 years. That's the same decision that I made when I made the most money that I made in my life. Within about 6 months, I made $2 billion at one point. And I said to myself this, I said, if I decide to take 90 days of going all in, what could I do for my family? I literally set my family up for 5 to 10 years with that money that I had made. And that was in 2021 with the life changing opportunity that I was at the right place at the right time, at the right place, at the right time, at the right place, at the right time, like you are here now. So my thing to you is they also will pay you 10% of whatever you do. We're not gonna go too much over that, but I will say this: you all want to get some coins. If you're on under the sound of my voice, just go get some coins. Okay, it's not even that deep to be like, oh, this all just get some, just so you can, at least can't say we didn't tell you so, and you can't say that God didn't bless you with hearing what we're talking about right now. So all you have to do is get back with the person who invited you. Everybody should sign up, at least get your free coins. We're gonna be back here at what 9 Eastern tomorrow. Keith is gonna be doing the Zoom tomorrow. We'll make sure you get those links out. Like I said, we have some super monsters coming on board. So if you've never made big money online, if you have made big money online, you want to be a part of this so that you could at least be at the right place and you actually took advantage at the right time. So someone asked what Bitcoin address to see. Mark, who invited you? Who's that? Natasha, can you
Dominic,
send me a message?
remind people that if they want to become area directors and make $1 million a year, they need to come back in 5 minutes and be on the leader call.
Yeah, we will be doing a leadership call if you want to be an area director. What are the qualifications, really quick, Professor Robert, for that?
You're the model. So if you can do a Zoom call, if you can do trainings, if you can do opportunity meetings, you can coach and advise people, then you need to become an area director. All area directors will become a millionaire in their first 3 years.
There we go. Area, yeah. All right. So Lisa, can she talk about Lisa, her login needs help with all Professor Robert, if you can answer that real quick. Don asked if she invested 25,000, how long do you have to hold it?
Well, it's about growing the coin, my dear. Bitcoin grew from $1 to $130,000. So that's like saying if I buy a house, how long should I hold it? If the coin is going up to $3, then $5, then what you should do is just sell off a couple thousand a month and pull your money back slowly. If you put $25,000 in a bank CD, you have to have it in there 6 months to a year, and you only make 4% a year. So, these million coins are going to be worth a lot of money.
How much did she get for 25,000? She said
One person tonight who commits to 25,000 gets 1 million coins.
1 million coins. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Y'all. You got credit cards. There's a credit card program too. You can put your credit cards on. You only pay the credit cards at 4% a month, and you can pay the money back with the profits too with the credit card program as well. So if anybody's interested in that, you're basically instant millionaire doing that. And we'll be back. I know it's a lot of information for you all, but it's really good information. You're like basically knowing before everything happens. I'll see you all tomorrow. Everybody sign up. Everybody get some coins, and let's take this to the whole nother level. All right.
And I want to reiterate, we want everybody to send their link out to 50 people, because if you send your link out to 50 people, 75 people, there's a lot of people that you don't know that are buying crypto, and you don't know they're buying crypto. So send your link out to 50 to 100 people. When you have 50 people in your group, I'm going to give you $1,000 in gift coins.
50 people, easy. It's easy because they get free coins. And okay. All right, there we go, people. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful night. 5 minutes. We're gonna have a leadership call. Anyone interested in an area director, and that's a person who has made at least $5,000 to $10,000 per month. A person who's willing to do trainings and all those things like that, and one willing to just be a leader for wherever you are. We have the chance to take over any city that you want, right? And then also you'll be trained to make at least $1 million or more within the next 1 to 3 years or less. So, all right, if you don't want to be an area leader, just get the coins. If you want to do whatever, you want to just multiply your money, get the coins. And if you want to share with others, you get your link and share the coins. Everybody gets $100 now in free coins. So get back with the person who invited you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I truly do. And I wish you much blessings no matter what you do. And you are going to have so much success this year and next year. Let's go. Have a great day. Bye.